natural intelligence. I think we have so much room for improvement in how we deploy and utilize our own brain that we're not ready to take advantage of artificial intelligence. I mean, we can't get a double mammary harvested in 98% of cases. We can only do it in about 86% of cases according to the ARC trial. And those were surgeons who identified themselves as skilled at double mammary harvesting. That would suggest that the whole world population of coronary surgeons can harvest in double mammary grafts much less reliably than 86% of the time. The Chikwi paper, the land-based off-pump bypass in the state of New Jersey, 84% of those patients got an internal mammary graft. 16% didn't get any artery grafts. We're not doing a very good job as a profession in doing coronary surgery across the globe. There is dramatic heterogeneity, and there are some centers doing spectacular work. But there are lots of centers doing very mediocre coronary bypass surgery and apparently being content with that. I don't think it's good enough, and I don't think we need a computer to point out where our improvement opportunities lie. They are all around us. We just have to be willing to change or to step aside and have a colleague who's willing to do high-level coronary surgery do those cases.
We're in a situation on retreats, and what is interesting is to read the military books on retreat. I have read 3 major works on retreat. One is an Asian work, you're very familiar with Sun Tzu. I have read the chapters of in Sun Tzu of retreat. I've read the chapters on military retreat of Baron de Jomini, who is one of the generals of Napoleon. And I've read von Clausewitz, which is the German book, masterpiece on the art of war. Each time the chapters of retreat are very interesting. Basically they say that the exercise of retreat is the most difficult exercise. So that's where it starts. It's much easier to attack than to retreat. And it says that to retreat, what you must do is educate and use your best military to defend the retreat of the mass of your army. So training is in fact the most important issue in a retreat exercise. It's very interesting to read that because it applies directly to our profession. And we're doing just the opposite, but that's okay.
Tanai, do you have any comment?
Yeah, Dr. Patrick, always you gave us a new perspective for the new future for CABG. And in Japan, in the early 2000s, we were enthusiastic about the total arterial grafting. But then we got the problem of the competitive flow. And then right now we are a little bit retired from that philosophy, but right now for at least the left coronary artery regions, we are enthusiastic using bilateral ITA, and recent data shows that more than 40% of the institute using bilateral ITA in Japan. So I think we are following your concept. So I think you as a leadership of this society, we also Asian people have to show our result and evidence. So it must be important at this moment for us to persuade how much the bypass is important and how much total arterial grafting is our future, and also some new potential of the substance vein graft. Thank you very much for your comprehensive lectures.
I think John's given us an excellent overview of where we are, where we're going, and no more retreat. So I think on that point we'll close this session, and I think Dr. Ki-Bom Kim is going to give us a few closing remarks. John, thank you very much.